God.
Oh, that's
Is he
quality.
offside? I think he's off.
That's quality.
I think he's offside.
You lot are going to win this game, innit? I should probably come off.
Why? What? Too many goals for you? Was that a goal, yeah?
Does it stand?
Oh, he's well off.
Yeah,
He's miles off, mate.
Damn.
Good first
Yeah,
touch, though.
I'm out, fellas. Just at me when Fulham score, innit? And I'll be back.
No one's
Wow.
at you, bro. Who do you think you
Safe.
are? Remove your head
That's
from the line.
shameless.
Safe.
Get out of here, man.
Shameless.
Get out of here, man. That.
He said, "You're gonna win. I'm gonna leave."
Someone does need to go and mute this. Sorry, man. Like,
Yeah, I hear someone's
I
TV.
hear some lady in the background.
I think it's Sam. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sam. Oh, was that the goal? Yeah, fair.
No, that's fine. I just need to tell my TV that, man.
All good.
Yeah, I'm so
Are you sure
behind.
it's me? You said some lady, bro. Unless there's a lady commentator that I can't hear.
No, I can't hear it now, to be fair. I don't think it was you. I think it may have been Toes because he said he was out. Yeah, I think it was Toes, man. Yeah, it's gone.
We just have like a good peppering. That's what we need.
Why do people keep talking about this fight card? Was it not supposed to be yesterday? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Take that as a nope. Yeah. Moving on.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be yesterday.
Yeah, I know. It
didn't
wasn't
happen.
though, because funny enough, before I went to bed, I went on YouTube to even see if it was on, but there was nothing there. So I don't think it happened.
Everyone's allowed back out. Everyone vibes in.
Exactly, everyone enjoying their cold drinks in the rain.
It's beautiful here today. So.
To be fair, it's not even that bad here. I think it's just cold, man, but it's no rain or anything.
Yeah, my football game got cancelled today.
Why?
The other team couldn't field a team.
Oh, fair enough. I was going to say, I thought you were going to say weather. What?
Nah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's get a second, man. Let's
Yeah.
kill the game. Hey,
Yeah, we
Billy
need a
looking
second.
sloppy.
Who's looking sloppy?
Billy.
He's had a mix of nice plays to keep the ball and sloppy giveaways.
Oh, that high touch was a bit difficult though. Is that what you're talking about?
I'm just looking in general.
Oh, fair. I just because when you said that, he just I'm probably behind. He just miscontrolled a high ball.
Because my worry is Fulham are a big team, innit? So if you've got him and Mount in the midfield, then
get found out a bit.
Yeah, that was my worry. I think Fulham might score or get a chance at least. So I think we need to score more than one.
Thiago Silva's going to be finished next week. Not in terms of how he plays, just he's going to be knackered. He's surely not playing today.
He didn't get rested.
I'm
Maybe
a
if
little
Rudiger was
surprised.
fit, he would have rested.
I'm a little surprised he's playing.
Yeah, probably because Rudiger got injured, I guess.
Yeah.
Who else would we play but Aspie?
Yeah, and then again, he said Aspie looked knackered during the game. That's why he brought him off. So, yeah, Aspie definitely wasn't playing.
Don't break your keyboard, man.
Huh?
Just that keyboard.
I thought it was YouTube. We have Dad's murder.
I'm not on the keyboard.
HR's confirmed he's not on.
Cool.
I really hope this is a situation where we score 2 or 3 and not win 1-0 all game. If we're going to be holding on to 1 goal all game, this is going to...
No, we've done the perfect thing though. Score early. 1 more before the half, then it'll be nice.
Yeah.
Big man. Even though it's big.
Yeah, I think I saw before the game they haven't beat us. I don't think at Stamford Bridge.
Whatever.
I think so. Oh
Nah,
yeah,
they must.
Gilmore's in trouble. Jesus.
That was a dodgy pass on Thiago Silva, to be honest.
Do you think so? I don't know.
Oh,
man.
good save. Yeah, if you watch the replay, it's not the best pass.
Yeah, but still, yeah, it is. It kind of is, but I think when you're that player, you have to be able to accept that kind of. You know what I'm saying?
As in, you clean up for other players' shit passes.
Not
He
even
scored,
not
by the
even
way.
that. It's like
Oh,
I think.
is that not what you meant?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm saying that
I said
Thiago Silva trust. Sometimes you got to trust people when they're being pressed anyway, and I think that Thiago Silva trusted him to kind of make it because obviously, like he was in a good position to use that.
Yeah, that touch he tries, Jorginho does all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But Gilmore's
well
rusty.
played.
Gilmore's rusty. He hasn't played that much, so I'm not going to kill him. But
Go on, Werner. Burn him.
woo! Did you see the shot? What's your
Yeah.
time check? Because obviously, I feel like I'm 2 minutes behind.
22:54.
Okay, I'm about a minute behind.
Yeah, same.
I can see it. Yeah, it's a bit weird watching it on my own.
Oh.
Yeah, pipe down, Sam. Damn.
Good save, though.
Wide,
Boop, 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 boop. Is Gilmore
Is
rusty?
Lookman-
Gilmore's,
Yeah, he
of course
probably
he's
is.
rusty. Like, he's just come back in. Tobes is so shameful. He came back to the text chat just to talk about Fulham's chances.
He's so shameless. He said,
How
"Oh,
low can you go?
He said, "You're gonna win. I'm gonna leave."
And then he comes back.
He comes back to talk shit.
He comes back.
Fulham's
Just
player.
a glimpse from Fulham. He comes back.
I pity him.
That-
I pity
What midfielders do you have on the bench?
him.
I don't know. But to be fair, I don't like Mount along with even one of us like normal pivots.
No, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say I'd rather push him out forward and bring an actual centre mid on.
I think it's just double resting the normal two for
Yeah, probably.
For Madrid. But it's good that Gilmore
Mount
gets a
does
run
not
up though.
need rest.
Yeah, I'll take it. As long as we win this game, I'll take it.
It's good that he gets a run out. I would have given it to him alongside Kante or Kovar or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kante was always getting.
Doctors and stuff.
We could use Kovacic this time of the year for sure, but
The club doctors have like a ranking system, like in terms of how fit a player is. Like, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'd assume so. I've assumed there'll be levels of injuries, and ones that you would risk. But remember, even that Tottenham documentary though, that they were telling him that these players can play, but Mourinho's playing them anyway.
Yeah, Mourinho does that. Mourinho ignores medical science.
It's at the end of the day, the final call's up to the manager, no matter what. They can only advise.
You know, man, certain players' bodies are just much better, innit? Can play every game somehow.
And the players will probably say they want to play most of the time anyway, even through it. So it's the manager. That's why you don't pay the big bucks. Make the big calls.
Ever injured
You
for Chelsea?
understand?
Has Aspie ever had an injury?
Yeah,
Obviously,
well, he's
I can't
got
remember
some
one
big
Aspilicueta
fucking
injury.
cast on his hand, didn't he?
What, Aspilicueta?
Right
yeah,
now,
I remember that.
Like still though.
Still,
Well, he has that thing on his wrist, doesn't he? He's technically still injured.
maybe he just plays. Maybe he just plays with a brace. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he was out once for some sort of leg injury, and I think that was it.
Maybe. Didn't he wasn't
Like Ivanovic.
every minute? Every minute?
Just doesn't get injured.
Ooh.
Even like
Midfield's
Mikel
not-
didn't get injured. Like, yeah,
Yo,
Mikel used to have some
even
bad ones.
Ziyech, man. Like,
Yeah, he
these
used
man
to have
are
some bad ones.
fucking
Actually.
sloppy.
Yeah.
Fuzzy, you've yawned about 20 times. Is that you? Fuzzy's yawned
Nah,
about
it's
20
me.
times.
No, it's Dan. He's feeling it.
It's me,
Is that
man.
Dan?
I'm tired.
Dan, you've
Yeah.
yawned like the same tone as well. The same yawn.
Bruv, it's the same person yawning. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, but the tone's changed, isn't it? You know, you have different kind of yawns. Like,
Are you want me to vary it up, yeah?
Very
Alright,
nice.
cool,
Yeah.
innit?
I need to remember this is still a show. So
Yeah, a little
Okay.
rotation,
Okay.
a little squad
Yeah, my
rotation.
bad.
Up your yawn game, bro. Up your yawn game. Your yawn
Alright,
game's
cool,
dead,
cool.
man. Fuck it, man.
Rotate yawns.
Isn't it, man? Fuck. Oh, fuck off. Get off. Get off. I'm done with you, man.
Oh, what are we doing? God.
This game is so bitty in midfield, man. Ugh.
We almost get the ball, then we lose the ball, then we kind of get the ball back. Like,
it's the middle. It's the middle. I don't like us in the middle. It's not midfield. It's not even proper midfield too.
No, Mount's up higher than a other midfielder would be.
Nice. Who was that? Was that Rudiger? Is that Zuma playing or Rudiger?
Zuma's playing. Rudiger's hurt, apparently.
Okay.
Zuma header goal versus Madrid pending. Maybe.
Yeah, let's finish this game, man. I'm tired.
We know, we can hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So put me out my misery, man. Let's finish this game. What do you guys think? So one of the big things was Hudson-Odoi not playing. I think a lot of people expect him to play. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think he should get a game.
I did expect to see him somewhere in this lineup. I think if Ziyech had played started against Madrid, I think maybe he would be playing in his spot right now. But he didn't, so he's fresh and maybe.
How important do you think that it is that Hudson's not playing? Because for me personally, like, do you remember when Pulisic was out of the team and he was just out of the team for a bit, and then Tuchel was like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing." He's out for the team for a bit. I think even Havertz, he was out for the team for a bit. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of our attackers have been out for a team for a bit, and now it's Hudson-Odoi that's out for a team for a bit. Why are people so crazy now? Like, I don't get.
I think with Cho specifically, it's a repetition of the pattern of, like, this guy can't get a game, like he's not getting a look in when there's minutes available, like afraid that it's going to happen again, and he's just never going to get a consistent run of games to show what he can do.
I guess so, but it's a different manager. And
yeah, I do think to your point, like, Tuchel's done it with a few other people and seems like he has a bit more intention to it, whereas Lampard was just like, why is this guy in the gulags?
And just because you're out for like some games doesn't mean that you're out altogether. Like, everybody assumed Pulisic was done completely, but now that's done. Like, with me and Hudson-Odoi, I did want him starting this game, but it was more that I didn't trust. I just don't think we're attacking enough with just 3 attackers. And when we have that attacking right wing back, I feel like we're more aggressive attacking wise. But I'm just saying, people need to calm the fuck down. Calm down, man.
I mean, I think he's been mismanaged most of this season and should have played more than he has. We're also not using natural wingers, which is like his best game.
So James didn't play against Madrid, so he's probably like, it's more Aspie's fault than ZX, because I think he would play right wing.
Playing in centre mid.
It's kind of a good
James
I don't think it's anyone's fault. I don't think it's
not anyone's fault. But
I just think that when it comes down to it, at this point in the season, Tuchel is very defensive, and I feel like where he was happy to come in with Hudson-Odoi as a right wing back, now he seems to want a more defensive option. Because you could see the Real Madrid game, he benched Reece James for Aspie, so it's not necessarily a reflection on Hudson-Odoi. It's more that actually he wants to be a bit more defensive. He's a bit more cautious at this time in the season. So that's why, with me personally, I'm not all that up in arms. I don't think that Hudson-Odoi, I don't think he's ever seen Hudson-Odoi as one of the top options for people behind the striker. And so, obviously Hudson-Odoi is going to be frustrated. Hudson-Odoi might say, you know what, fuck this, I'm out. But I think at this point, people just need to calm the fuck down. Like he's not the first attacker to have a time out of the team under Tuchel. So, that's just my opinion on it.
And I know people see other 19 and 20-year-olds playing, for their teams nonstop and stuff, but he is still only 20, I think.
Yeah, he's just 20. He's even 2 years. So, like, Reece James is in his age group, and I think they're the only 2 regular 20-year-olds playing. I think maybe Havertz is 21, right? If I'm right.
Yeah, he just turned 21.
But Havertz isn't playing regularly.
Yeah, and we paid a shit ton for him.
Yeah, so like literally the youngest player that's playing regularly is Mount.
Yeah.
Tammy's not playing
Does
regularly.
anybody else recognize that Ziyech is like he plays centre mid as well?
Yeah, it's kind of a midfield
He's
three,
the
but
third.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think
It's
that's
like
natural.
split striker.
Wait, who's
Like,
younger, James or Mount? Mount's
James is younger.
Reece,
James is
Reece
20.
is younger. Reece is younger.
James is 2 years younger.
Oh,
James is 2 years
Yeah.
younger.
No,
Wait,
Mount,
it's only 20.
Mount will turn 23 in January. Reece will turn 22 in December.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
I just
Hudson
pulled
Odoi,
up.
that's 2 years.
I just pulled up the
Yeah.
Wikipedias. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Reece James is 1 year younger, and Hudson is 2 years younger.
And Pulisic will turn 23 over the summer.
So Pulisic is the older one.
A year ahead of Mount. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. But
We
yeah,
got-
it's like
All our attackers are pretty young.
not really, because if you like, obviously Havertz is
Werner,
young.
really.
No, but obviously, yeah. So the way that I'm talking about, if you're talking about raw attackers, I don't know what at this point do we consider Mount an attacker, but yeah, at this point, what is
I know
it?
Freemium doesn't.
Mm.
I think Mount. Look, that assist that he did today, and obviously at the beginning of Tuchel's bit when he was scoring, I think the only thing missing from Mount's game at this point is numbers.
Yep.
But I feel like even just the base game.
Does he have the
game,
best numbers on the Tuchel?
I don't care about Tuchel. I'm talking about in general.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think at his base game, he's got like everything. But yeah, once he becomes someone reliable, goal scoring wise, then yeah, he'll be a top player. But I think I think that's the only thing missing. I think if Mount scored like, I think you can rely on Mount to get like 8 to 10 a season. If he can be up in like 15, then yeah, it's cool. He could be like a complimentary, and then. But the thing is, with the issue of Chelsea is like Havertz will get you probably like 15, 17 a season. We need someone that can hit goals, and I guess that's the aim for the summer.
Yeah, or was supposed to be Timo at least.
Yeah, but to be fair,
Chilwell was having a stinker, man.
Lampard fucked that one up. To be fair, Lampard fucked it up. Yeah. So yeah, I get Sorokin. That's how you're saying your name. It is PTSD. I just feel like sometimes that's why it's good to remind everyone, like, this is different. It's under Tuchel, it's a reset. So yeah, he's having a timeout of the team. And yeah, to be fair, he should be worried because Tuchel does seem like, do you know what kind of got me? When I saw the defensive record of PSG, the defensive record of PSG is underrated in terms of they were great defensively. And Tuchel seems to me someone that is, of course he wants to attack, but defense is important to him. So, and you can tell that he only likes Hudson-Odoi right wing back. So it's difficult because if he's someone that's defensive and he wants a defensive wing back, then that's where does Hudson get in?
It's going to be interesting if we stick with this formation next year.
I know, because
I feel like it probably suits a lot of our players, but it probably maybe doesn't suit Hudson-Odoi.
That makes the defense.
I think it does. I think it suits him. I think
if you could play in one of those two attacking mid roles,
no, I think it suits him right wing back. I think it really suits him.
I would still play James there.
Nah, I don't. Like, especially that I get it when we're playing big teams, but we play so much better with Hudson on the pitch, especially against these teams. Like, we play, the link up is better. All of this, like, this game we're winning, but we're not playing good. I feel like a lot of the games with Hudson playing, we play better, and that's not even like a bias thing. Like, the link up is better, the ingenuity. Like, if you actually take it in and look back at most of our games where you can say, actually, we're playing good. Hudson-Odoi is on the pitch, and people might just think, oh, it's a coincidence. The Everton game, the Crystal Palace game, all this game. Like, it's not. Like, he's a thinker. And I think where a lot of people just want him to take it past. Like, I do think that a lot of his decision-making helps us in attack. But I just feel like it goes unnoticed. So it's one of those things that maybe he doesn't work out at Chelsea and he goes elsewhere and people start appreciating it. But I definitely think we're definitely a better, in my opinion, attacking outfit with Hudson on the pitch. So that's why I disagree when you say it doesn't suit him.
Well, because I wouldn't. If we're going to play this formation, I wouldn't move Reece off that spot for his ability on both sides of the ball. I still prefer.
I would.
I want the wing back to be able to defend.
I'd prefer Reece James really in Azpi's position as Azpi gets older, because like with Reece James, he's putting balls in. To the
I
box,
would like to see that because Aspie does get up and has the opportunity to hit those deep crosses.
and Reece James can still get
but
up.
he doesn't.
But I just feel like
James crossing is the most annoying part of his game.
Yeah, a lot of people saying up, going forward and back. No, a lot of the time, going forward on the ball, he'll pass it backwards because he's cautious, which kind of helps in a possession with what Tuchel wants. But then also, like, going forward, his crosses, like, I don't think you get that much joy out of him. And he does put him into good areas, but the job isn't to put the ball into good areas. Like, I don't care what anyone says. It's to, like, set up a goal. Yeah. And I think Chilwell's better at it. And so, like, when you're talking about him going good forward, I think we're so much better with Hudson-Odoi as right wing back going forward. Another level.
I would definitely like to see. He hasn't done it yet, so that's just why I'm not going to assume it's what we're going to do. But I would like to see Reece in the right center back spot if we're going to keep a back three.
I think in centre back you have to have even more kind of awareness and defensive kind of know-how, and I think Reece sometimes is a bit lax in that.
He gets people getting behind him
and stuff.
He does get
he's 20, like he's 20. Like, I feel
that's what I mean. That's why centre back is hard. Like, you very rarely see like a 20-year-old centre back be very good.
I honestly think it'll be fine. Like, obviously there might be some learning curves, but there's learning curves with, like, today we're playing Gilmore. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's learning curves with Mount in terms of being an attacker. Like, he's improving goal scoring. There's learning curves with it, but I just feel like with Reece James, it's not like he's new to the position. I feel like he can still get up and down. Plus, it's a bit more central.
What
and Reece James, was it our save or their save?
Areola, Fulham save.
Let's see.
Ziyech should finish them, man, but still.
I feel like Reece James likes the inside of the pitch too, so I like that position for him.
I'd like to see it. I'm not going to bank on it until there's some indication that Tuchel actually is considering it, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not saying what Tuchel's going to do. I just I feel you. I don't know how it's until I see it. Like you, I'm not going to say it's amazing, but like,
that play that Reece just did, just shuttling out the ball using his body to block.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he could.
That's why I like him back there, but he could do that.
No, but he could do that from right. He could do that from right centre back. I don't think that's a right wing back thing.
See, Timo.
What a ball!
Yeah, that's a good pass by Timo. Oh my God, Ziyech, what are you doing?
Oh, that was the link up though. That was the same link up. Mount to Werner, and then Werner kind of back to Ziyech.
I think as much, I said this in the chat before, but as much as you get on Timo for various things that you can get onto him for, compared to some other strikers, he sets up his ability to kind of play wide and run in the channels.
I've said that.
Like that.
Yeah. So when I did the comparison, I think it was last year, January, about, like, I think we was linked with loads of attackers and Timo was there, and I was surprised by the amount of key passes he makes and the amount of assists that he gets. And yeah, you're likely to get that a lot of the games. You're likely to get him in the channel, cutting it back. And so it's helpful when you know what you can get from your attackers.
Almost. Yeah, and that's why I think that's why, even while he's been finishing shit and making so many of our fans mad, that the managers are persisting with him.
Yeah, I don't mind
into goal scoring chances, man.
He gets numbers. He kind of makes things happen even when he's not playing what you call well. So I think people should get used to seeing him on the field, because I don't think.
That Ziyech miss. Ziyech has been quite a good finisher in those positions, so I don't mind it. Yeah. It's bad.
The problem is he's so left-footed, and maybe if he could have hit that with his right, he could have rolled it into the corner, but he had to hit it back at the keeper because he's lefty, and there we go.
But that's good. We're getting good chances. Ziyech is through.
Oh. See, there's people in the chat saying Timo's dead. I don't think he's been bad this game at all.
He hasn't even played bad today.
No, he's talking, but they're talking about that chance, like here.
Yeah, like he could do better. It's not an easy finish, though.
No, but he doesn't have to finish there. He doesn't have to finish from that angle. That's where he has to use his head.
Yeah, true.
He doesn't have to
cut back, maybe.
He doesn't have the tech to cut that back.
The worst thing about Timo. The worst thing about Timo currently is that he's so confident at these cutbacks, but when it comes to like shooting, it's not there. The confidence is gone.
He never cuts anymore. He just shoots from his bad angle, which is definitely annoying.
Yeah.
How long do you think we'll give him? I think we'll give him if he's this like this next year. I think we'll think about getting rid. There's no
I
way
don't
we'll
know.
get rid of this summer.
I think
don't-
Tuchel, as
He'll
annoying
keep
as
it.
some of his misses have been, I think he'd be happy to do this forever. To be honest.
Yeah, it's creating chances and like big chances too. So
Yeah.
really and truly, it's frustrating, but it's not the worst. The worst is when either the guy's doing nothing or like you don't know. Like sometimes with Pulisic, it was raw. There's no consistency. We don't know when a good performance is going to come for you. That's more frustrating. At least with Timo, you kind of know what you're getting. You're going to get some misses. You're going to get some frustration, but you're also going to get
he brings
him.
volume. He just brings.
Yeah, because consistently he'll go down the channel and he'll create chances.
He makes runs. He brings shots. He'll miss a bunch, but
he doesn't. Yeah, so
volume is.
Lovely ZX. I love a good nut.
I think it's a matter of who you pair with him and what we do around him, because he's going to bring the same thing every game, which you can either make use of or.
wow. Did you see this Fulham tweet? Oh no, that's not the official. That's not the official.
It's fake, man. But it's true.
Okay.
this guy's on a vibes thing, man.
Okay, it's nearly half time.
About to order some lunch.
We'll be having.
I'm gonna go for a big sandwich.
Only
halfway.
Go on.
Yes, it's got cheese in it, does it, Buzzy?
I'm only halfway through my iced coffee. Wow, Sam thinks only Americans eat cheese. That's what I've gathered.
There's different ways to deep fry cheese.
Oh, I see the nutmeg now.
I'm gonna go for this one.
I love a good
Chicken
nutmeg.
cutlet, mozzarella, arugula, tomatoes, avocado, sriracha mayo. Bow.
Oh, you put too much in that. Mount put too much in that. Ooh. Ooh, unlucky.
I just saw the Fulham tweet. Imagine that was real.
Mount's been really good in the transition.
Yeah, Ziyech's been like, I don't mind Ziyech as well. Like in a game like this where Fulham are kind of being a bit weird defensively, they're kind of holding a higher line, and Ziyech's just trying to like he passes it quick. Yeah, he passes it quick.
Yeah,
he's an extra man in midfield as well.
Buzzy, you got Mel.
Order some jollof right and separate. You know, I'll admit I don't know where to get that around me.
Do you like it?
I can't say I've ever had authentic, passable.
So you're gonna blame it on the person that made it?
I'm gonna say I don't actually think there's a lot. There's around the corner from me. There's like 2 Indian food restaurants, 2 Thai places, 3 Mexican places. I don't think I can get much African food around me. It's the one thing.
What about you've got Just Eat, or what would you have? Deliveroo?
Seamless in New York City.
Seamless? Never heard of it, but
it's Grubhub, but it's New York specific Grubhub.
Grubhub don't even make sense though. I get what it is. It's one of those apps.
Grubhub, isn't that a ticket? Oh, that's StubHub.
Yeah, Grubhub. Yeah, you can get some jollof from there if it's your flavor. I'm not pressuring you, but you better take a picture with some jollof soon.
and my stove.
Otherwise, you lose.
Christensen doing up there? Christensen still hasn't scored a goal for us, has he?
You're giving me.
What was that season?
Yeah,
every time the ball just kept coming to him, and he would just miss it.
There was one in the Champions League, I think, that was like would have been a huge goal, and he fucked it up. I can't remember what game it was. It was like an open net header, and he couldn't put it in.
I could give him like if we're like 3-0 up on the final day or something, just give him a penalty, like Makaleli when we done that for him,
and he fucked up,
and he missed it,
and he fucked it up.
Scored the rebound.
Oh! I just saw Christensen cut it back to nobody.
Remember, Mikel didn't score in like 5 or 6 seasons for us or something.
He scored like a scissor kick or whatever, innit?
And then he scored like a fuck off goal.
Was it Stoke?
Defenders and defensive midfielders, they're not there to score in it, so it really doesn't matter.
It's a bonus when they do score, but your center back could head the ball when they're tall.
Yeah. No, but I get it, but you could be good at defensive headering and not be good at attacking the ball in terms of trying to score.
My God, Fulham just so nearly scored. Good save by Mendy. Aina as well. Or like Aina.
Yeah, you
Reina?
changed that up. It sounded weird the first time.
Is it Aina?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it took a deflection off Reese. Good save by Mendy, that. Good reaction.
Uncle Mendy.
But Kepa would let that in. It would go for his wrist.
Allow it, man. He's not
100%.
on. Just allow it. Yeah.
Don't drag the guy. Yawn count. Yawn check.
I should have varied it up. My bad.
Yeah, Tubbs is gone now. You're safe.
It wasn't Tubbs. It was Anu.
Oh, was it Anu?
I'm always safe anyway.
He's gone too.
Ooh, good save. There's extra imperatives. Like if you played for Chelsea and then you didn't make it and you come back, you'd want to score, wouldn't you? Especially if you kind of came through the academy.
Yeah, any club.
Your friends are there.
Yeah, I feel like that's not the case for like all clubs or all, players, but it feels that
Okay, no, what a save that was, mate. Fuck.
Yeah,
Well, that's your
too
player
shiny
of the
to get on
season,
these,
isn't it,
man.
Anu? Your goalie player of the season.
That's my favourite player, man. That everyone hates.
Anytime a goalie wins player of the year, that means you've
Why do you think everyone hates Mendy? No, I swear no one hates Mendy.
No, it was just because when I said it, it just caused uproar.
Okay. So
I don't think you can give player of the
everyone
year
doesn't
to a
hate
goalie, man.
Huh?
You can. You literally can give it to a goalie.
You
If the
can
goalie's
if
doing
it's
it.
like.
Are you talking?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, Sam. Are you talking about the episode I did when I had him, when I backed him?
I think in Discord the other day you said it.
Oh no, yeah, no, because that was their question was no, that's two different things. On the Discord, their question was who's your favorite player currently. I thought they said
Favorite, yeah, that's favorite.
Yeah, that's the question.
So then I said Mendy and Thiago Silva, and then they were like Mendy, how can it be Mendy? How can it be Mendy? I was like, why can't it be? They were like, he's a keeper.
That's when I definitely knew you were a defender.
They got more eyes like, you got to have a keeper. You got to have a keeper.
Uncle's fucking around today.
Then you had Howard saying, huh?
They're saying that Uncle Mendy he isn't fucking around today. Okay, my bad. He edited it.
I just saw that 6 save from him.
This is exactly what I was just saying.
And then the pod episode was when we said who's should win player of the season.
Yeah.
And I backed Mendy due to the impact he's had, and I still stand by that. Still stand that. But even though every game that goes by, though, Mount is really putting an imprint on that.
100%.
And also, like, I think
Post that
Kepa's
episode.
played and we've been all right. So, like, yes,
Yeah.
Mendy's had an impact, but
maybe we'd be. Yeah, sorry, go on.
like Kepa, we've kept clean sheets when Kepa's played. So,
but maybe
Yeah.
that's
but we
because
played well without
he
Mount
knows
too.
he's out.
no, yeah, for true.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't use that as a justification. Like just because we played well without a player. Like if they're playing well when they're playing, then they deserve to be in the conversation.
And also, it's a completely different scenario being like a backup keeper, knowing that the pressure's not on you in all those big games. Then you're coming in for like the light games when you know you have to kind of prove yourself. It's different. If you put Kepa in a game against Real Madrid or Kepa there now, do you know what I mean? What happens? It's just it's a completely different ball game. So
Rick says that he feels like 11 and 10 in all comps is especially a poor return from Werner, considering he's our only consistent attacker. I agree with him. It's not good.
It's not high, but it's not a horrible baseline because a lot of players
who's arguing it's good.
A lot of players won't get you that much. It was in relation to the.
I think it's saying like he's having a shit season and he's still hit that. Whereas
still
like
hit a
say
deep-
someone
That's not
like
good.
Martial who's having a shit season, what's he hit?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like
No.
that's
Yeah,
what
if
the
that's the
idea of the tweet
worst,
is.
if that's the worst you're gonna get out of the guy,
Who said this is the worst it gets?
That's the problem. That's the thing.
This is the first time he's here. Here's the thing. It's not good. However, like when his first season at Stuttgart, it was similar. So hopefully next season when he settled in a bit, the goals can kind of come through. But let's not pretend that fucking 11 goals in all comps at this stage for a striker is good. It's not. I don't care if you're getting assists. It's not good.
If anyone's saying that's good, but which he isn't, to be fair. But I can see the argument of if this is the worst, then
yeah, because he is.
Then-
I mean, he's having. It
Mm,
said
but the thing is,
Some
is it the worst? I think that's what Dash was saying. Like, is it the worst? Like, how do we know this is the worst?
I think it's about the worst. He's
Why?
Because he's well below even his own
can it be worse than this?
No.
finishing
You have to.
record.
How
but
can you get worse?
That's like people saying how could Martial get worse before the season? It's got worse. you know what I'm saying?
Opinion. It's an opinion.
But Martial had a good season, so of course it can get worse.
No. All I'm saying is, up until this point, last season, people were like, how can it get worse? Or whenever he had his worst season, how can it get worse? It's got worse with Hazard. Do you know what I'm saying? We've seen his worst season, and it's got worse at Real Madrid. It can 100%. It can 100% be worse. All I'm saying with Werner is, this like, why is this the base? Everyone's saying, oh, this is the baseline. It's not necessarily the base. Yes, he can improve, but don't forget, we're only seeing him in the Premier League now. That's completely different from the German league, where he can kind of get behind. There's certain players we've seen move to other leagues, and they're just not as good. So
I think it's also an optimistic analysis.
It is it's optimistic.
I think Chelsea use it as an optimistic analysis.
Yeah,
because realistically, 100%. no one bloody knows what anyone's worse is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I just, for me, and I think what he's doing, he's a advanced stats professional. That you look at the track record of a player and their historic finishing average, and that's not to do with like the number of chances, which he's still getting a lot of. That's just to do with like how can he miss this many open chances forever.
People never factor in the league change. I feel
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't use.
If they do, they don't.
And he's got history missing chances. So we all expected him to miss chances when he came.
Yeah, but he's below that though. But he's well below. He has a history. Let's say he's a 50% finisher, which is like okay. He's at 25%. That probably historically probably won't hold. So if he goes up,
he's also changed leagues though. He's changed leagues too. Maybe it's half because it's more difficult to, like, you get more chances. You hear when most people move to Premier League, they're saying you get less space. Even Vernie, he said, people are quicker here. It's stronger. So finishing is going to be more difficult here. So the assumption that it can't, like, it's 25% and therefore it's going to return next season, that's still an assumption. I'm not even on the other side saying it can't get better. I hope it's going to get better. And like with the Stuttgart, it was difficult at first and then he progressed. But I just feel like the assumption that this is the baseline, I feel like that's where you're playing yourself. Personally.
But I also will be the fact of being an advocate of it's only one more, he can only deserve one more season of bullshit, bro. Like, as in, if it doesn't bang next season, bro, it has to. That's it, man.
I think for some of the chances that's true. Like, he has less space or there's more pressure on him to score. But I don't think the change of league excuses some of the worst, most frustrating.
He's had misses in the Bundesliga too. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're saying that it doesn't excuse the change of league, but it's not like this is news. We knew when he was coming, he misses big chances. So we've got the misses big chances. Plus, it's more competitive. He says everyone's faster, everyone's stronger, etc., etc. So add that two together, you're still getting the missed chances, but also it's more difficult to finish. So all I'm saying is, if you put that formula together, it makes sense that he's scoring less. When he gets used to the league, maybe he'll find a way to, use his ability to score more. But I just feel like the assumption that, this is a bad season for him. When this could be a norm, this could be a norm season in the Premier League for him. It could be. I'm not saying it is.
I prefer to look at it from like a historic and the odds that he regresses to the mean.
You can't look at it as a historic league because he hasn't played in the Premier League before. So my whole point is. Yeah, my whole point is the historic argument goes out when the environment changes. So you're looking at him historically in the Bundesliga. Yes, if he was to go back in the Bundesliga now, I can look at that and say, yeah, this is what's going to happen. But you can't necessarily take that historic data and implant it into the Premier League. It doesn't work like that. That's why there's some players that score loads of goals, then they come to Champions League football and they can't score as many goals because it's a different type of football. There's even some that they look better players in the Champions League because of the type of football it is. And all I'm saying is, in the Premier League, it's like, I get the historical data and I'm not throwing it out the water because I've seen like the trend, especially at Stuttgart, where he started off a bit difficult and it got better. I'm just trying to remind you, it's not a promised thing.
I'm more backing the odds that he regresses to the mean than he doesn't know how to put the ball in the net.
So all right. So then let me put you to this. Let me ask a question. How many goals in the Premier League do you think that he'll get next season if he plays most games?
A whole season under hopefully a manager that knows what he's doing. With who knows? I mean, who knows if we buy a striker? That all aside, I would hope for at least 15.
That's not getting back to what he was at the Bundesliga though.
No, but I don't think anyone would expect 30 in the Premier League. That's like
okay, but remember we used historical data, so why can't we use the historical data for him to get back to the Bundesliga's goals?
Well, I think we all would agree that the numbers aren't 1-to-1, but like I don't think volume and like pure numbers wise against
so
play different.
Then I think we're saying the same thing then. Essentially, if you're saying 15 goals in the league, because I don't think that's great.
What I'm saying is he gets his finishing rate and his decision making and shooting regresses to his mean. Not that like he regresses to his 30 goals because he remembers how to play, but I think if you get him back to even his like average level of finishing, his numbers should go up a good amount in a team.
I think where I disagree though is that the assumption that his finishing is because of confidence or like rustiness. You also have to take in the environment's changed, so it might be a bit more difficult to finish in this league too. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I think I actually did this comparison between leagues, and I think I did what was more difficult because I kind of took a sample of players, because obviously we've seen Schürrle move from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. We've seen people like, I think it was, Oba move. We've seen a number of players move, and I kind of looked to see what went out and what went down for each individual kind of stat. And definitely dribbling, it was easier to dribble in the Bundesliga, which makes more sense. There's a lot more space there. Finishing wise, I don't necessarily think I saw it change. So it might be that next season Werner can, like Buzzy's saying, kind of go up finishing wise with a bit more confidence, and it kind of goes up. So yeah, there is. I'm not completely disagreeing with you, Buzzy. I'm just trying to re-emphasize the environment's changed, so maybe that's the reason why it's finding it more difficult to finish.
I think it's obviously harder to score. It's why I wouldn't expect 30 or 25 even, but I think some regression towards at least borderline normal performance would have him at a higher goal total than this. I think this is.
What's the goal total now?
Good. What is he at?
I think it's 6 in the league.
6 in the league.
Yeah, but 6. So really and truly, to justify.
Not to mention quickly that he wasted 1,000 minutes a season playing left wing for some reason.
Still, but I don't think that even now. I don't even think now he's been scoring that much. So like that left wing thing, I don't know. But
I do think we're seeing him in front of the net shooting, or at least running at the defense in a semi-dangerous position a lot more than we were prior.
I agree with that.
I agree, because even when Lampard was doing it, I was saying really and truly he doesn't understand that he needs to play on that inside channel. But
I'll be back.
Yeah, the good question to ask is how many goals then is a good season for, or an acceptable season if he played regularly in that position for Werner in the league?
I think when we signed him, we hoped for 20. To be honest, currently how we've seen him,
you've got to speak for yourself. Don't use French. Speak for yourself.
All right, I guess. I would think people who saw a player getting 30 would
just Buzzy, just say it with your chest. Tell me what you think. Forget about people.
Okay. I still think that's kind of important, the perception of the player, but I'll just speak for myself.
Yeah.
When you sign a player who scores 20 or 30, your eyes kind of light up like, okay, well he'll bang, because as far as I had seen, his shots per game, his expected goals per 90, like all of that were very high. So I was thinking, 20 would have been good. 15, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense for a season. I think now, having seen him for a season, I'd be it kind of inverted. It would be like, okay, I'll be happy if he hits 15 with a good number of assists or something, or and then really good if he does hit 20. Because also we're clearly not playing him as a pure striker up top doing all. He has other assets and he has other tasks in his current role, so that also changes the perception a bit. So 15 with a good number of assists.
15 is it non-penalty goals? 15.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think 15 for a wide striker I think that's decent enough, to be fair.
I'll take that, and that assumes that Kai, whoever's playing up top, is chipping in goals, that our other attacking mid is chipping in goals. But that's not really what we're getting a lot of right now, so TBD.
Yeah, that's my issue. I think with both Werner and Kai, like the hope would be that Werner would be the guy that can always score, and then Kai could be that guy that scores every other game. But I feel like we've got Kai, who I think I have to check stats, but it seems like he's scoring every other game, maybe 1 in 3, But Werner, what are we getting? 1 in 5? I think we're getting like 1 in 5 or 1 in 6. It's mad.
I'm gonna go pick up my food
Jesus,
before
that
the,
XG,
before the half starts.
my words.
He should have 13 goals by now. Even 13.
Wait,
Even 13, that's not exciting to me.
it isn't, but it's double what he has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
it's
what I'm saying.
it's still not exciting.
He's at 25%. He can get himself back up to
Well, 13 and 25. That's about 1 in 2.
expected goals. Does
And that's what, if you look at what he's done in Bundesliga, most of the seasons were 1 and 2. The last season was his best season.
1 in 2.
Yeah, because he was mainly hitting like 16. He had 2 20-goal seasons. He had 2 20-goal seasons.
But then okay, I'll check on FBref. I hate when like players get you going to statistics sites and shit. Like, just score goals, man, so I can just say how many goals you scored.
But yeah, I know he had two consecutive seasons where it was like in and around 15, and then you had one where it's like near 30.
No, but I'm not talking about totals.
I'm
not talking about totals. I'm more interested in the scoring rate. Let's see. We better win this game as well, man. Goal scoring rate. So I think 3 seasons. To be fair, I think there's 4 seasons here that he's had a really good scoring rate. So we're looking at 2018, 2019. He scored 16 in 29. That's 0.57. That's like almost 0.6, which is, I think that's good. Not amazing. And then 2016, 2017, he got 0.78, which is 21 in 28 starts. Then he had in 2019, 2020, which is the season just gone, 0.90, which is 33 and 34. Yeah. And then the other one, that was like just 1 game, so I'm not going to count that. But yeah, the Premier League currently, this is his 3rd worst. So like he's had worse before. He had worse at Stuttgart in terms of scoring rates. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, even in Germany, and let's see his ages. To be fair, it was 17 and 18. So again, 17, 18, he's just coming into the league. He's just adjusting to the league. What you'd hope is that even though at 24, this is his 3rd worst, he's just adjusting to the Premier League, and then it'll go back up. But his average rate is 0.5, so you're looking at 1 in 2. Like, that's what Babs was saying. So yeah, I guess if you're playing a 38-game season, really and truly 1 in 2 is 20. It's 20 goals, but yeah, I don't expect that. See what this game is saying, man. Right, Christensen's really take the ball forward, you know. I like the way we started this half. Is it just me on, yeah? Minor.
No,
I'm here. I'm just eating something quick.
Nah, it's cool.
What number are you on?
I'm on 46. 46-20.
Yes, you're ahead of me anyway. So when you said that Christensen, I hadn't even seen it.
Let's see what this half has to bring.
I want to see subs, man. I know we're not going to get subs before the 60th minute, but
I want to see.
I'm going to say minute 75th.
Let's see Tino play. Where's Cho? What's happening here?
I think we spoke about it already, man. What's your opinion on it?
So I took a call. My bad. It depends what you said now, but no. What my opinion on it is that I think he's fallen out of favour. I think something's gone on. I'm not sure what it is. It doesn't entirely make sense to me because they seem like Tuchel and Cho had a really good relationship. Mm-hmm. But then again, when you add that halftime,
sub.
That double sub thing in, you could say like, not treat him as weird as he's treated anyone else. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's
2-0, by the way.
I don't really know.
2-0 who scored?
Havertz again.
Yes,
I'm
come
eating,
on.
man. Finally.
And that offside.
Who assisted him?
This is what I'm saying. I don't.
Guess who got the assist as well?
Mount.
Mount?
No.
Love it. No?
No.
This guy said love it before he got
Werner.
That's what I'm saying. That's good. That's good.
Was it a
Good
cutback?
assist as well. No, it was actually
Was
a
it a
nice
cutback?
through ball.
Add that to your
Good through ball.
Stick
He's
that up
onside.
your fucking-
Yep,
Offside.
onside.
Just onside.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, mate, Dad, I don't know what it means, mate. I think it is weird. I don't know why he's not playing a game like
I don't think it's weird, Anu, but I'll say my piece after.
The reason why I think
Really
Oh, yeah,
good
that is a good assist. That is a good assist.
It's a good assist, but it's like it's Havertz's run as well. He made it super simple.
Don't piss me off.
I like.
Oh, they got the
Wait, was
lines
it
out.
offside?
I don't know. They got the lines out on his armpit. Oh, onside. We move.
Oh, phew.
I was about to fume.
No, that
'cause-
assist is nice.
Hmm.
That assist was nice. If Mount does that, we're all going mad.
I don't give.
Mount's already done that this game.
I don't
Exactly.
give
I went
Mount
mad.
extra.
I didn't go mad about it.
That's a
I'm
good.
confirmed.
That timing is
That's
beautiful.
a good run, man.
The run, I think it's the
That
run
is a
that
good.
I'm
That's
really
an
impressed with.
excellent run.
You have to
That's an
execute the
excellent
pass.
run.
So
Everyone's
good.
doing it soon.
Give me a pepper
That's
in,
an
man.
excellent run, man.
No, I'm not taking away from the pass, but I just I really enjoyed
Yeah,
the
I know what
I
Dan's
really
looking
enjoyed
at. It's literally the speed at which he ran. It was literally
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, the timing was
That's
beautiful.
that's
And the
excellent.
finish, I love it. I
You
love
know-
it.
It's never just
Oh,
that, yeah.
mate.
But I don't know if you recognize that, but the first run, especially where he gets the ball in the first place,
Yeah.
and then the second one to receive it again, that's just excellent
Yeah.
play, man.
I think Havertz has to start
Excellent.
midweek, man.
I'd start him too. But this is what I'm saying about attack. It's difficult to judge them on things like when they're not starting regularly. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kai's sick. I don't
just
want
not
another
also-
striker.
The funniest thing is, this is
Yeah.
what we wanted when we bought these two in it. This is kind of what everyone dreamed and everyone thought was going to happen.
It is that link up.
Let's not lie. We thought it was going to be goals like that. Well, I don't know. Goals and assists like that with those two. Just
Why can't people just say I? Everybody is we. It's like, oh, we thought this. Like, just it's okay to speak for yourself.
The funny thing is, you just said, yeah, me too. innit?
I'm just saying.
No, but you just said that,
Anu,
innit? But
okay,
don't
but
lie.
Anu, can I speak? That'd be so stupid. We over I. All I'm saying is, I'm not afraid to say what I think. Do you know what I'm saying? I just say, I thought this, I thought that. But everybody else is like, man, what? This is what we thought, and it was like, bruv, just talk for yourself.
I think it's instincts, to be honest. I don't think one thinks about it.
Yeah, I understand why it's instinct. I know,
But
I know why it's
I
instinct.
agree. It's definitely my opinion of it. But yeah, but it's definitely just comes out of the mouth without thinking. But no, great goal, great assist.
Good goal, man.
Havertz, yeah, like he was on a hat trick. What game was it? Where was near? Was it Crystal Palace where he was on a hat trick and then he could have got it?
No, that was when he missed the hat trick chances.
You remember the Everton game? It felt like he had a hat trick, but he didn't even score a goal. Do you remember? So, like, he played so well, and then he had the offside goal, and I think he might have had assists or whatever. But it just felt
What's
like
Havertz? What were his
I'm good.
numbers this year? Like how many? What's he on?
I'll check.
I don't know, but I need to start racking them up now, man.
Yeah, he's got 2 goals in the league and 3 assists. So this is.
Are you sure it's 2 goals?
Sorry, it's 4 goals now. So now it's 4 goals, but before this game, it was 2 goals in the league.
That all?
So he was equal with Hudson-Odoi, because Hudson-Odoi had 2 goals and 3 assists, and he's got 2 goals and 3 assists. But obviously, he's played a lot more.
What about all comps for Kai?
All comps, we're looking at Havertz. Where are you at? He's probably pretty low. Let me get down. Kai Havertz, 6 goals. Before this game, it was 6 goals, 6 assists. So now he's matching Mason on 8 goals and 6 assists.
Decent.
But obviously, he's played a lot less.
Yeah, and like he
I'm
has
looking
got
at
like
the
didn't he
90s.
get like a hat trick against Barnsley as well? So
I'm looking at the 90s, and yeah, Mount's played the most from everybody. Then it's Mendy, then it's Werner. So Mount's got 40 90s. This is all comps. Mendy's got 38, Werner's got 36, then Aspie's got 33, then Ben Chilwell's. And I think what you'll notice is that apart from Werner and Mount, our attackers aren't going to be in the top in terms of games played. And that's why I'm not really onto all of these numbers. Apart from Werner and Mount, I don't think you can really... And even Mount's played central midfield for a lot of the season, and plus in the uncomfortable position left wing. So, like, of course, we haven't been scoring that many goals. Like, I just feel like we've been all over the place this season. Like, in terms of our attackers, I think Havertz is a pure attacker, and he's played like 23 in all comps, plus he's his first season, and he's 21. Then Pulisic is the next highest. Like, really and truly, like, our striker so far down in terms of time. He's played 17 90s, all comps. Then Giroud's plays 13 90s, all comps. So yeah, like, it's not surprising to me our attacking, our goal situation.
I was hearing bare numbers. But I know you're spitting, so let me just leave it.
Yeah. Oh, nice from Gilmore.
So what it looks like, it actually is split strikers, I think. I don't think anyone
Werner and
top. Yeah,
Havertz?
It's 100% split strikers, yeah. And then CH in the middle. 100%.
Okay, that's interesting. Because that's what I feel like he wanted to do earlier on. And maybe he's using this game to prepare for Real Madrid, like the last game before the game. Because Aspi started... So it'll be interesting to see if we go the same route.
What tackle pull it? I was just saying in the
Sarod, Werner isn't 21, G.
No, I think
he is not 25.
Take Werner out and put Havertz in for Saturday. For Wednesday. I just think Havertz in front of goal. Obviously, so
I think we're likely to see Pulisic, Werner, Havertz. Actually, I doubt he rests Mount. Actually,
no Mount, mate. So I'm saying it should be Mount, Pulisic, and Havertz.
My thing is, I don't mind Ziyech when he's playing with Werner.
I want
it makes the most sense because you can play him.
He has found him a couple times today.
Yeah, that makes
I like
the
them
most
two as a partnership, but I definitely want Werner to play. Put it in behind. As much as I don't like the touch and I don't like the misses, but I still think from a base we get contributions out of him. We do, and we get that threat in behind.
I'm not sure how many chances we'll get on Wednesday, and I just think, obviously, we've got loads the first leg. We discussed on the pod that we don't think Real Madrid will be as bad.
But they might just have to be more open because they have to score.
As they were,
they have to score. That's why you need pace on the counter. That's why you need pace on the counter.
Havertz isn't slow though. Like, obviously,
no, he's not slow, but he's different.
But he has to get going. He hasn't got acceleration like Werner.
He's not like Werner. Like, we see Werner. How often do we see Werner running down the line and then using the pace to exploit it? We don't see that on the default from Havertz.
Yeah, Werner gets to his like top speed.
Reece has been very, very clutch offensively today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I just done something a bit dodgy, but
how does the league look after this?
I think Mount's been a lot better in the midfield this second half. He's actually doing his responsibilities. I haven't actually really recognised like Gilmore.
He's had a couple of touches.
Sometimes for a player like Gilmore, if you don't recognise them, it's almost a good sign.
Nah.
Not like in a way where they're playing shit, but that's kind of his job.
I don't reason today.
Yeah, Mendy should have come and got that, man. Come on, get that ball. Oh, we need if Leicester lost this year, it'd be nice. But
Saraj said if Werner was 21, would people's outlook on him be different? I think it's more about the performance. I don't think people are looking at it.
Yeah, it's definitely performance, man. Because if I saw a youth player coming through looking at this, I would have expected to have been released by now.
Yeah, man. Bro, some of the starts he's missing is bad for grassroots level. I said that on the board. I said some of those are bad for grassroots level. So it doesn't matter about the age. Like, it's just concerning.
It's the basics, man.
Yeah.
It's the basics.
Yeah. But then we also said that
Hey.
I said that the fact he's getting into those positions, that's not basic though. Like that's advanced level shit. So he's actually when we say his finishing's basic, he's got some attributes that are top level. So I don't know. You play it all correct.
Well held up, Timo.
Dan, I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
I know you said you don't want a striker, so if you were to get a striker and you were to get that third attacker, who would it be? And if you were to get them, how would you set up the attack?
I wouldn't mind the striker
I've got one in my head.
if it's Kelechi. If it's Kelechi, I wouldn't mind the striker because I believe that I like his overall game. I think that's so important. I really like his overall game and his whatever. But the reason why I wouldn't get a striker is because I like Kai in this position. And I think like we've seen it today, even the offside goal. Like he's so calm, he can finish. It's just about getting the ball to him and like getting people to combine with him. So what I would do is I would obviously like Mbappe's a pipe dream, but if we can get him, then Mbappe off the left, Kai up front, and then whoever on the other side. We've got options, so I don't mind. So that's obviously my first, but it's a pipe dream. If try and get João Felix.
Last time Fulham beat us at home was 1979.
Jesus.
Yeah, I thought so. They haven't beat us.
I was gonna say if it was me, I'm getting Grealish, man. Get Grealish.
Grealish is good. Yeah, Grealish is good. I feel like
it's either Grealish or Sancho.
How much do you think Villa would want for Grealish?
80.
Felix is a pipe dream. I would get Grealish.
I think Grealish would be like 80, man.
80.
If you can get me Grealish, I'd get him. The only thing is with Grealish, it's like I haven't seen his goals. He doesn't seem to pop that many goals.
I don't mind that, man. But
I don't mind it. He's a baller.
Is insane.
He's a baller. But
like, if you have someone like him, right, creating for Kai, then I feel like you get a lot more out of Kai. I mean, if you were to have like a Mount or like
they don't even want Barkley. It just have to be Tammy. But
we're selling
Barkley. I feel like anyone that says no to Grealish is silly. If you can get Grealish, take him.
I'm back.
Yeah.
You know, spent too long halftime.
I think Grealish and Sancho probably do a similar job for us.
Yeah, I don't mind either.
No, I think Grealish does a better job than Sancho, to be fair. Because I feel like in the final third...
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like Sancho, kind of like Havertz in the final third, like he can cause drama. But I feel like Grealish helps us get up the pitch a lot more better than Sancho does.
There's also Bundesliga PTSD. So, like...
What do you mean? Werner.
Yeah,
I don't know about you.
I
just saw a great assist.
I don't know about you, man.
I just saw a great Bundesliga assist right there.
Buzzy, is your heritage German?
No.
Okay.
I do not.
I don't know about that Bundesliga tax for me, man. But I still take Sancho, 100%, man.
Yeah, Sancho.
I've seen enough for 3 seasons.
I don't think Sancho would come to Chelsea. I think Sancho.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he will. I think he'll look at Chelsea and he'll see that Hudson-Odoi doesn't know when his next game is. There's so many players in those 10 positions. It's going to be a rotation nightmare. I don't think he'll come. I don't think he'll roll.
It wouldn't be the best decision. I have to, unfortunately say.
It's not good. It's not a good decision for him. Tuchel would give no fucks about just benching him out of nowhere. That was a good touch from Kai.
I thought Kai was in there. I thought he was in there.
Good touch.
Good tackle.
What a good touch.
Oh, he's offside.
Yeah, but even
he was offside.
The commentator said, "Oh, he's taking a leaf out of Mason Mount's book with that touch."
The new standard.
Do you remember Werner's touch against Liverpool? And people kept on showing that highlight. That touch was so cold.
Yeah.
That touch was so cold. Werner was there. Werner's starving for a goal. Havertz should have looked up.
I checked the chat while I was walking. I saw bows. I was like, oh man, I missed a goal. Spent too much time debating Timo at halftime. I should have been getting my food.
Getting your sandwich from Grubhub.
I should have stood up as soon as the whistle went for halftime.
What other? I'm trying to think because like Grubhub, we don't have it here. What other apps do you have on your phone that are like? Yeah, I'm just interested. What other apps do you have on your phone that you use regularly? If you don't mind me asking. Live
for food or for anything?
In general. I just want to understand the American app ecosystem.
Seamless is definitely what I use for. I'm pretty sure Seamless is a subsidiary of Grubhub that's just for the city. So I use Seamless.
So Seamless.
Seamless for most of my food. I get friends back on Venmo with payments.
We don't have that here either. But
you don't have Venmo? What do you use?
But I know what it is. It's like a payments app.
Yeah. What else do I got? Obviously the Discord. Slack I use for work and a group chat.
Yep.
Reece James just absolutely bodied Anguissa.
What's Postmates? What is Postmates?
Postmates is kind of like it's kind of like Uber Eats before Uber got into that. It was like, oh, I'll just have someone send me, like deliver me. So I'll pay like a guy who signs up to work. It's kind of like doing like rideshare driving, like doing like Uber, but it's for like delivery. So like, oh, okay, this guy signed up. Yeah, the Postmates to agree to do deliveries when someone asks to get something Postmated to them.
Well,
I don't use it, but
what else you got?
I think it's funny how much bigger WhatsApp is outside of the US than in the US.
Really, what do you use in the US to communicate?
I don't have an iPhone, but a lot of people use just iMessage with their group chats. I turned most of my group chats.
They use iMessage in America for group chats.
Yeah, almost everyone just uses. if everyone has an iPhone, they just use iMessage, and they get mad. They get mad if somebody has an Android and ruins it because then all the functions don't work.
Because when you watch these TV shows, there's bare iMessage. Like that's what they do. That the thing they. All right, well that makes sense.
Yeah.
What other apps?
What else do we got? Use Signal for like encrypted messaging for work stuff. Don't use Snapchat anymore. I think the younger kids maybe still do. But
they're still using it.
I don't know. I don't know how popular it is. It definitely had its heyday.
ZH for Kante.
Yeah.
Or Kante for ZH.
Spotify for my music. Gmail for my email.
Okay, we got
those. Brazzy, what's that app? There's one app. I might have used it when I was in Chicago. It's like an app to like meet up or like to play sports. I forgot what it's called.
I don't know if I know it.
But I used to play football when I was out.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna search it real quick.
What's the quality like?
Well, the quality.
Yeah.
I'll say the ladies were a lot better than the guys.
Oh, what
you I saw when he slipped in it.
No, but what was you saying? That's more.
No, I was just saying like the ladies were a lot better than the guys that football out there.
I know quality in Chicago.
Okay. Interesting. Kante always looks so happy, man.
He's a happy guy, man. I'm surprised Mount's not coming off.
No, Mount. Yeah, Mount needs a rest. To be fair,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's playing though. Yeah, looks a bit pissed off there.
It's funny you said the women's teams on that app were better. That's really funny. I'm not surprised at all. But
yeah, they were good. I'm never like they were bad. They were actually like good. They were good.
Like I mean, you can tell from the national teams how much more seriously the women's team is here than the men's team. But it's the same thing at like my high school. Like they were state champions like year after year after year after year. And the men's team was like fine.
No way.
Yeah. Crystal Dunn on the U.S. national team went to high school with me. Same time.
For real. Same year.
Year older, but we were there at the same time.
Okay. I was
in schools. What sport do you play if you're like small?
What do you say?
Like, what sport do you play in American schools if you're like short?
Sam's asking for a friend.
Water boy.
Yeah, what's a friend?
Play water boy, man. You collect the water.
I feel like
what base isn't baseball? Baseball, yeah.
You don't have to be called for baseball. Most are. I mean, you could play football, soccer.
Yeah.
All American football like players like really tall, or are they quite some short, but just like hench.
A couple American football positions you could be short, but most not. I would say soccer is probably the easiest one to play if you're short.
Wait, to play what?
Well, I said football and somebody got confused, so now I'm saying soccer.
Yes.
If you play like football in America, like, do they play it in all schools, or do they only play it in like the posh, like all the
Are you talking
more
about
like?
soccer or football?
I'm not saying that word that you just said.
All right, so you're gonna confuse.
So they
us,
have
but
like
yeah, we
every
understand now.
every school team will have it, and every
Just say American football. Bro.
every town will play.
No, but we're talking about soccer. Go on.
Every public school will have a let's for clarity, I'm going to say soccer. We'll have a soccer team, and like every town will have like a free like rec league kind of where you play the other towns, which is what I did growing up from like
league.
Yeah, like recreational league.
No, I get it. I've just never heard of that. Continue.
Oh, yeah, that's the app. Sorry, I found it. It's called Meetup.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
Meetup. That's not even American. That's global.
Is it not?
Yeah, that's global.
Wow.
You could have been playing games all the time over there, Babs.
I played a couple, to be fair.
He's about to use it now at home. So every town will have like their league, but like
really rough.
It's usually like for those teams, it's usually just like a dad of like a kid like coaching the team. You know, it's not that serious, and it's kind of like they kind of just put you in. Like it's like volunteer and it's free. So the quality of sometimes you'll get a kid who's obviously better or whatever, but like Sam said, the best kids go into like private like paid leagues or paid teams, or get like coaches who know what they're doing, and they do what's called travel soccer, which is like they actually have a club that goes around and plays different teams. And those are so that's where the quality is, and it is unfortunately it should be a sport that's inexpensive, but it first somehow, because it's the US, has ended up catering to teams, kids that are or families that have money. So
it's so funny you say that, because my cousins grew up in Philly. They lived in Philadelphia. And when I was a kid, I used to go out there, and they were in part of these teams. But I think their team was quite serious. They used to have games all over the place, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember being there, and obviously they take the big.
Suspense.
Big SUV car, DVDs or whatever. We'll go in there, and they're serious games, man. But they would travel, man. My uncle and dad had to commit to this thing, but they got quite far, man. They got they really committed for football. Got quite he captained Santa Clara Uni. Like he would have to do interviews like autographs and all that, but he rejected the draft. Because
really?
He said, yeah. If he committed to the draft, basically, is it right? But you can confirm, like you're basically tied down to that league for like the foreseeable future if you don't get international cap. Like if you don't get international cap, and he had the dreams of playing in Europe.
So is he playing now? Still?
No, he's retired. He played for Viborg, in Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah, Charles Oldham, and stuff. But they didn't allow, because he was American. It was difficult for him to get work permits without having an international cap. So
what position was he good?
He was centre back. Yeah, it was class. He was roommates with Victor Nichebi.
For real?
At the Nigeria, at the Nigeria under-23 Olympics.
Did he play in Nigeria under-23s?
No, he got cut. He was the last one to get cut. With like politics, bro. Like it's mad.
Politics.
No, bro. Like,
of course he's gonna say that, man.
I could get into it, like sticky, bro. Like to the point
Is it
where
sticky?
like Samson Siasia was the coach at the time.
Yeah, I remember Siasia.
Yeah. So like I remember being in Nigeria on Christmas, and like my dad and uncle, like we took him to the golf club, and like they were asking, like you had to put the racks up, man. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And like.
Oh my god!
And they did put a nut, but and last minute they got done anyway.
And
then literally just before the Olympics, he got cut. But him and Victor are so
What is wrong with Nigeria?
What
is wrong with Nigeria?
And if he'd got in that cab, that would have like sorted him for like playing in England, because because
I don't know there's so many eyes.
If you have an international if you have an international cap, work permits are so much easier to permit.
Almost a hat trick. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I can't lie. That was actually good. Even though it was offside, that was a good pass from Werner.
So that was it. So then, Denmark, innit? Moved out to them ends.
Yeah, because obviously Mikel was playing in Norway as well.
Yeah, he started there. Yeah. Jide played in Viborg, and I don't know what I would say about.
That's interesting. That's super interesting.
Yeah, it was jokes, man. But he's done now.
Okay, what is he doing after, if you don't mind me asking?
Real estate in California.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. And he also is involved. He also coaches at I don't know, a uni out there. So he has a team out there as well. So
Well, that's dope.
yeah, I'll try and tag his thing.
You can't forget when Nigeria did the Olympic team in the Rio Games. That's the one that played against Brazil.
Yeah, when do we get that silver? No, what?
Oh, did you guys see that? The Reece James.
Yes, so close.
2016.
So close.
George Lads, for some reason, I thought he was Irish. Or Scouse.
Yeah, Viborg and Hobra IK.
Oh, he played for is it IFK?
Yeah, no, IK Hobra.
Yeah.
Like Premier League in Denmark.
Yeah.
Those.
That's not bad. Yeah. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that was it, man.
My cousin played for. It's mad how cousins play. My cousin played in Scotland for a couple teams. He came through at Spurs, and then he played Scotland for a couple teams. But yeah, man.
But the amount of stories people must have. He was
so backwards.
Story, but I'll tell you about that. I was saying in the Chelsea group about that about how like in the Nigerian camps, all depending on what tribe you're from, you just stick to yourselves. Basically, the Yorubas stick to themselves. The Igbo people stick to themselves. He was only.
I can kind of see that.
And in terms of like,
yeah.
they always hold their boots. Like wherever you go, you don't leave your boots there because people just
because it's gonna get nicked.
Or like the judge. No, not even the nick. Fuck the nicking. It's like the judge, bro.
Oh really?
Bro, I swear. Wherever they go, boots are always.
Oh my god.
These people won't finish me, man. I'm so finished.
People trying to judge up the boots, bro, because they want your position.
Bro,
it's a madness. Because he was the one. That's how I told. Remember I was having that chat with Luke Wall. It was him. I was telling you that. It was my cousin who was telling me about that. He was like, it was a crazy experience because he did the full thing. But he said it was only like him and Vix because everyone else was like proper like local Nigerians because the Olympics is what only like 3 people above 23 or whatever.
Yes, under 23.
So there are a lot of locals, isn't it?
Oh, Tammy's coming on.
So yeah,
that's good.
He lives.
Tammy's coming on. I ain't seen this.
Right, Gilmore. So Gilmore gets a full 90.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, is Tina gonna come on? Probably not, innit?
Nah, that was last
how many
sub.
subs? Was that last sub?
It's 3 subs. Yeah, that was the last sub. Oh no! Sorry, that wasn't the last sub. There's one more sub. Yeah, there's one more sub. I got it wrong.
I wish Mount came on before he got clattered, but came off. I mean,
he should have come off first. To be fair, I don't know why he even gave him that extra 10.
Playing way too much.
Jeez, man, the guy must be doing a Lampard on it.
Proper. It'd be good if Tammy can score a goal.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, a Grealish or a Sancho would be perfect. Absolutely, be perfect, man.
I can't imagine how much money they're going to want for Grealish. It's going to be out of control.
Yeah. And the thing is, if Dortmund miss Champions League, then boy.
Might regret not selling Sancho for whatever United did last summer.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so.
I think so because they're not going to get that money this year.
But I don't think. Yeah, I agree. But like, even with I don't think Dortmund will care. I think they wanted another year out of him.
Yeah, but they didn't even get fucking Champions League by having him. So that's.
Yeah, but I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to change from just being people that sell, because like even they could get a lot of money out of Haaland. They say I don't care. They want to keep him. So I feel like a lot of people are just looking at Dortmund as just trying to get money, but they're actually still trying to compete too.
But
two Havertz goals. Very interesting.
Competing, I guess.
Is that why you came on? Right, give me a second.
Oh, Morale, how you doing?
I'm not bad, brother. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm enjoying my evening. You know, getting ready for the game tomorrow.
What game are you getting ready for, man?
United versus Liverpool. I actually need you guys to win. I need you guys to win, actually.
Yeah, we need you to win. I hate to say it.
I don't really care what you need. If I'm being honest, I don't really care what you need, mate.
Mariah, trust me when I say you'll care when I drop it on the final day.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
am I dropping on the? What are you dropping on the final day?
There's serious pepper, man. Serious pepper.
Okay.
Okay. I want to know about this.
Now I want to know.
We'll keep it at that, man. We'll keep it at that.
Yeah, what's going on here, bro? This is
all right.
Give us context.
Little teaser from Babs.
Yeah, give us some
I ain't saying
context.
nothing, man. I ain't saying nothing. What I'm gonna say is, boy, money will be owed.
Right, how you?
Money will be owed, yeah.
Man, I thought you've been busy. I thought you've been.
Who, me?
Yeah. I mean, I see you on the live. I thought you've been on the streets. Having a few
Nah,
cocktails.
it's busy, busy, mate.
Having a few strawberry daiquiris.
Dan, check what's up.
Not at all.
Yeah, check what's up.
No, it's not been interesting for neutral. I don't think. I don't know. But has this game been?
And you'll understand the music. Do you remember now?
Oh shit! You got a long memory.
Hey, I've got a very good memory.
Fuck. That's fuck. Yo, when Babs drops this on you. Jesus, that's a good way to end the season, guys. Just
what is he dropping it on me? Is he dropping it on me specifically?
No, he's not dropping it on you specifically. But I like the fact that you was worried. But it's literally.
Yeah, you know, we win some, we lose some, isn't it?
It's like, is this me? But stick around on these Discord lives because Babs has got something for you guys.
Yeah, man. Okay. Stick around, man. Stick around.
But Babs, hold on. Does that like, for example, if what happens tomorrow, if United win, is that it confirmed?
Yep, that's it confirmed. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, what, Liverpool top 4 or something like that? All right, cool.
We'll see. Let's not give away too much. Just be on the Discord.
No, I just wanted to know.
Listen, he's got two options. His options are either us or Liverpool, innit? So if it's not me, then it's got to be Liverpool. So let's see.
Stop taking away the mystery. Stop taking with your logic. Stop taking away the mystery. Just be here tomorrow on the Discord.
Like that bit in Hangover where the calculations are going off in the head. That's literally Boy, it's just calculating.
Yeah. So who's played well today?
Yeah, probably Chelsea played well. Few.
Yeah, I think everybody played well in general.
Every Chelsea player's played well. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's done their role, man. Ziyech surprised me.
It hasn't been an impressive performance. It hasn't been like
it hasn't been impressive, but
yeah. Oh, you got one of those got the job done ones, yeah.
Yeah,
it looks like we haven't really come out of second gear, really.
Not exerted energy ahead of the Real game. Fair enough.
Really good goals. Some really good goals.
Boy, if we get to the final.
Yeah, if you get to the final, what, bro?
Bro, then we're close, man. We're close.
Hey, are London
You should have just said, I'll be happy.
Yeah. So if we get in the final, we'll be in the final.
Yeah, because I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. I remember Ryan's trying to make you say something.
No, I'm not trying to. You know, I follow you also. I know the general word on the street. That's cool. I'm happy for you guys. You seem to find the manager. You know, everything going in the right direction.
This is what I'm saying. I said it on a pod I had with Simpson today for our Patreon. I feel like when you're talking about clubs looking that they're in the right direction, I think there's 3 components to it. I feel like you have a manager. You have an owner or a board that's ambitious and willing to back it. That's like the first thing. So if you look at, for instance, Chelsea, we've got that. Man City, they have that. The second component is obviously a manager that is talented, and then the third component is a good recruitment team. And I feel like if you've got those 3 components ready in your kind of like your strategic area, then it's all good. And I feel like we were talking about Spurs. And what Spurs are missing now is the manager and the recruitment team, and then also their boards. They're not really backing them.
So all 3
ambitious. Yeah, all 3. It's literally all 3. So that we're saying that it's all 3 for them. For United, you haven't got that ambitious owners in terms of putting the money in. The manager, again, you wouldn't say he's like one of the most talented managers. The recruitment team, to be fair, on that regard, whether that's Oli or whoever it was, last season you was linked with Sancho, Grealish, Bellingham. Do you know what I'm saying? So from just last season's targets, I would say recruitment looks like you're on the right track. But obviously the seasons before, maybe not. But yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Just needs to see out this game. But yeah, ending the season, it's looking all right because Olin City have been picking up more points than us. Obviously, we're going far in the Champions League, so everything's looking good. I'm interested to see Tuchel's taste in the summer. I know it's not just going to be Tuchel, but Tuchel will have an input. But I'm so interested to see like the signings we make under them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking good, yeah?
Looking good, man.
All looking good for the Chelsea.
Looking really good for us.
Well done. Well fucking done.
Your assessment of Tottenham. Ooh,
Say it again.
I can't. There's a lot of noise coming out.
Okay.
Your assessment of Tottenham reminded me of that tweet. Was it Solskjaer or was it a different United manager? Where he's like, we have to improve in shooting, passing.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say Spurs were just missing one thing. He was like, yeah, they're missing the manager, the recruitment, the kind of the board as well.
This is what I'm saying. And the interesting thing is Kane might be going too. So this is the thing is it's like a crossroads. Either they get a good manager in place, and that manager's got kind of because we was talking about Ranić, and Ranić is supposed to be good with recruitment. So I was saying that he seems like a good choice for them because he's a respected manager, talented manager. Plus he's supposed to be good in recruitment. So at least that sorts out two areas.
I don't know.
They're saying that they're going to go for Potter.
I don't ever want to write any team off because you can see what one season. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it was more. That's what I was talking about.
Hey, Moises' interviews at United were so jokes.
So good.
Because they just didn't fit United. they didn't fit United.
That's what I was trying to think of.
I need it, guys. I need it. I need this. I need that, man.
That's Tottenham this summer.
What was that, Mariah?
Mariah,
I need that. I need that.
How have you seen it?
Mead sent it.
We're part of the same. We're part of the same media group.
You've seen that?
I'm insulted. I'm insulted you didn't send it to me yourself, Babs. If I'm being honest, but it got to me.
Look, man. If you asked, I would have sent it to you, man.
Hold on. Is Harold in that?
No.
Oh, seen. Okay, come. So it's fine. So he still be a surprise.
Yeah. We're gonna love it.
But Anu's trying to ruin the whole thing. Just everybody.
You might.
Yeah, we were saying like everybody hanging there.
Obviously, we weren't able to set up the fight club this Friday for unfortunate reasons. Certain sister pods couldn't quite find a cast, couldn't quite bring a cast together. So
I need to know what club couldn't find a cast.
It sounds like
obviously Muga was fine, So
Wow.
I leave the rest to you.
Are they disbanding? Are they alright? Yeah.
They'll be here. They promised to be on the They promised to be on the Discord tomorrow. So.
Yo, people are calling Cop Out Fracker. Not me.
Cop Out Fracker.
That's excellent. That is excellent.
That's what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna use that tomorrow, like it was my idea.
Yeah, just drop it.
Can we get that copyrighted? Actually, let me get on the blower to Lewis. Hello, Lewis. Cop Out Fracker. Yeah.
Yeah, but where did the Babs decide? Oh, who's host? Oh yeah. Well, Babs, were you supposed to host?
I don't know.
No, he hosted once and it was an absolute joke.
Because everyone said,
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It was good, innit?
That's content, man.
It was content, man.
That was disgusting, man.
Nah, but boys, there's a fucking huge boxing card tonight. You excited, lads?
Oh, please. Please, bro.
I can't host again. What's going on here?
You know, you just fist the bait out there and you just know someone's going to eat up. Yeah. Big card. See you there, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what? A ringside is?
Wait, are they actually for that card?
I think they're doing a live, aren't they? What's the card? I don't know.
They have to. I'm hosting.
Huh?
Listen, don't trust
No, No, to be fair, you want to know about the card? Yes, let me tell you. All right, so we got Fitzgerald Trennell, first fight. Second fight, we got Tennyson Strafford. Third
You're
fight.
reading. Okay, go on.
Yeah, like you're reading the names and you clearly have no attachment to them.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like,
You asked
I'm
for the
impressed
card,
that you can
innit?
read.
You
I'm
asked for the
impressed.
card.
What you showed us is that you can read. That's what you showed us. You can read.
Yeah.
But the big
Continue.
the ones you're interested in, Dan, someone like you, because you don't know much about boxing. So the ones you'll be
I don't pretend either. Go on.
But no, but We'll talk offline.
That
The ones
delayed.
you'll be interested in.
That delayed
Eubank
reaction.
Jr. You might like that one. Eubank Jr.
Okay.
And then you have Hatton Sons fighting. You might.
Swear down.
Yeah, and you got Taylor and Jonas. That's For the
I thought I might tune it. It's Ringside Live, yeah.
And Chisora Parker to finish it off.
My days, have they won the league? Have Inter won the league?
Probably, man. They were so far ahead.
Yeah, they just won a game. Let me just see. Is it mathematically impossible for them to be caught? Let me just check. So there's team that are second at Atalanta. They've got 5 more games to play. The most points they can finish with is 83. Inter, I think, have just won today again.
Yeah, Inter need like a draw. If they draw another game, then they've won.
Okay.
Antonio Conte, man. He's done it.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
Mariah, would you take Conte at United? I think I asked you this before.
My problem is he's too destructive. Like he'll win you shit, but what's the success? I'm a big fan of like succession planning. So I want when he leaves the squad to be in a position where the next manager doesn't have to come and completely redo everything that he's done. So there's the side of me who hasn't seen my team win anything for a decade. Will I take 2 or 3 years of success? No, I'd rather wait. Like I've become accustomed to it now. So yeah, I'd rather wait personally and get a guy who can be there for 4 or 5 years and build a successful side.
You ain't got your eyes on anyone. You ain't got your eyes on any manager.
No, not at the moment. Not at the moment. Ollie's okay, innit? He does his job. He gets you top 4.
Okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's doing good enough for you to wait around to scout for a good manager. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
And you also have to wait for him to do badly enough that you can excuse getting rid of him too. So.
Yeah,
that's an issue.
Yeah, I think with the forward, that's where their how competitive they are comes in. I always feel like they're not 100% convinced by him, but his results, like you say, make it difficult to justify getting rid of him unless you're getting rid of him for somebody who's going to come in and do a proper thing.
That's the when you give the job to interim and then they start doing well, you're like, fuck, we got to hire him now.
Yeah, essentially, he got the job of that PSG game, and honestly, if we played that game 10 times, we lose it 9. And like literally everything came together for him to win it, and he's had probably 2 great runs of form, 2 poor runs of form, which have had him almost on his way out, and it just kind of just about evens out for him. I'd say he's got us to the Europa League final by the looks of things. It'll be poor if from here we don't finish second. They're not going to get rid of that. They've done the Mourinho thing, didn't work. Did the LVG thing, didn't work. Did the David Moyes thing, didn't work. So I think they'll just stick with him for now. He can't compete with the top coaches in this league, though. That's obvious.
Jesus, those wages are outrageous.
Whose wages?
Yeah, I posted it in the chat. Barcelona wages.
Yeah,
I said Pjanic still plays for Barca. Didn't he only go there at the start of this season?
Yeah,
they switched him with Arthur.
Lord have
800 bands.
Jesus is Lord.
Is Lord. Man, still 800 goals, man.
And they blame COVID for their.
This doesn't make sense. What's 400 million thousand euros in pounds, please?
I'll go on Google and I'll convert that for you.
That's probably about 280, 320.
Oh, really? But still, like for Frenchie,
that's loads.
For a young
That's loads,
Frankie, like, what are you doing? What are they doing there? What are they
300,
doing?
350, bro.
350 even more. Fuck.
That's why
What
they're
are
in
you
the mud.
doing?
That's why they're in the absolute mud.
Yeah, they want to blame.
They don't deserve anything, man.
They want to blame COVID and other things for needing the Super League. They can't manage money for shit. Like,
What the fuck?
Look at that. Look.
That Frankie I know that the Griezmann one is ridiculous. The Frankie de Jong one is coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What
He's
is
only
going on?
22. What's he getting in his next
That's
contract?
his first big move.
What's he getting in his next contract, man?
Fucking
Ridiculous.
only like 3 players should be on that much. That's nuts.
That is crazy,
Yeah.
man.
The Greedon one is egregious to me as well, man. I can't even lie.
Yeah, 100%. But I get.
Where's Coutinho? Where's Coutinho?
He's only like 100.
He's making half of what Frankie de Jong's making. Jesus. Who's de Jong's agent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fucking.
This is why they're again. And he's still the one who's carried them.
Someone needs to flog people seriously there, man.
I can't believe this.
Oh, nice tackle. Damn. Oh, no, it was a foul. Okay.
Frankie on a Supermax. Backs. I never ever got the Griezmann. I never ever got the Griezmann move.
I didn't like.
He's been good He's been good this year, though. He's been very good this year.
How many goals he scored?
Not that many,
I'm
man.
not sure how many goals he scored, but I know he's been performing as in this year.
He's done with what recently. Yes,
2021 Yeah.
Yeah, in 20, it's at the turn of the new year. Yeah, he has been. He's got 18 goals in 46 games.
I mean, it's better than Werner, but it's
better than I thought he would. It's not 800k. 800k is a goal a game, mate.
You know what I'm saying? It's
It
ridiculous.
was so unnecessary, and it's just I don't even really see how he complements Messi. Like at this point, Messi needs quicker players around him.
Do you know what 800k means to me? It means you got him on a free. That makes more sense.
But they paid 120 million for him.
That's ridiculous.
All of that money.
No, that's how these men are racist, man. That's how these men are racist. They could have gotten Mbappe for how much more cheaper. They wanted to do that nonsense.
Honestly, the way they reimburse that Neymar money, absolute tosh, man. I mean, they're not even using the Neymar money at this point, but what do they have to show for it? Obviously, been unlucky with Ousmane Dembele. His injury stuff.
What was that for Werner?
What was he doing?
What was that for Werner? What was that?
What minute are you not in?
55.
94.
Okay.
Yeah, 95.
Right, cool. I'm gonna see that in a minute.
I thought he was gonna head that across or.
What was that? Was that offside?
I don't think so. He could have waited for it to drop to his foot and shot. He just.
What the fuck was that?
He was offside.
I think his confidence is in the absolute pits, but there's only so long you can use that, man. Only so young. That's only so long you can use that.
I don't know what he was doing, man.
But he's dangerous, though, man. Say what you want about him. He's dangerous.
Dan James is dangerous as well, bro.
Yeah, that's true. He's not as bad as Dan James, though.
I didn't say he was. I'm saying Dan James is dangerous as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's a lot of men who aren't dangerous too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it. Dan James is dangerous as well.
I know, bro. What point are you trying to make here?
What are you trying to get into?
Yeah. About Dan James. What I'm saying is I understand how he keeps getting into the team.
Yeah, we were having that discussion before you came through.
Yeah, like despite the fact he's not scoring goals or not, I get it. It's hard to not. What's happening with Cho?
Great question.
Anyone?
No, I mentioned this before, but I missed a lot of the chat. But yeah, it's strange, isn't it? Because by looking from the outside, you would have thought they would have looks like they had a really good relationship. That everything was set up nicely for them, but they already got double hooked in that game. It also sent another kind of like signal signs, but I don't know, man. I think there's something may have gone on behind the scenes personally, because the fact he didn't even get a look in now, especially when Tanguy isn't even getting a look in a game like today,
Yeah.
Definitely a game where you needed everyone else. We needed to see the squad fully utilized because of the game we have on Wednesday. And the fact he's not even getting a look in a game like today is crazy. So I just feel like there's more to it. I just don't think it's a simple case of he's just not picking him. And I don't know. I don't think anyone really has an answer because it's strange. I'm not gonna lie. It's so
You
strange.
can
Yeah, we didn't hear anything you said just there. Talking then.
Yeah. I think with Hudson-Odoi, people don't understand. Like, it's literally the same situation with Pulisic, where everyone was like, "Oh, Pulisic's been frozen out," and I would have thought he had a good relationship with him because at Dortmund, etc., etc. I definitely think that people have underestimated how defensively, or how kind of cautious or pragmatic that Tuchel is. And as much as Hudson-Odoi was playing right wing back for him, I think the more he saw it, the more he was like, actually, you probably need someone better defensively there. And I feel like that is a predicament for Hudson-Odoi because as much as he adds to us going forward, I feel like now we've seen it in the Real Madrid game where he played as right wing back. Now it's more difficult for him to get into the team because Tuchel doesn't fancy him behind the strikers, and with the right wing backs now, he wants someone a bit more defensive. So it's difficult for him. But he's not the first one of our attackers to have like a prolonged period out of a team. Like I said, Pulisic had it. Havertz has been in and out. Werner's had a period out too. The only kind of attacker that's really had sustained thing is a sustained run since he's been here is Mount. So yeah, it is. I know that Cho fans are going to be like, and obviously the haters as well, they're going to be like, oh, Cho this, Cho that. But I feel like in the general scheme of things, just looking at the Tuchel period, forget about what happened on Lampard. It's just been the same for most attackers. They've had a period in and then a period out.
It's interesting actually, and I'll echo that. It could be a case of he's literally redefining his position. That takes a lot of work off the pitch because, as you said, that right wing back position, I think he saw the defensive frailties in it. And then he didn't perform that well, did he, when he was playing those two behind? So I think you have such a good point there, Dan. I think maybe it's a case of trying to kind of not remold him. And if that is the case, you've got to do that in the training ground before you can risk it. And every game now we have is like a final. Like, no matter what, bro.
Exactly.
Top 4 in the Premier League, every game is serious now. Champions League game, and then you have the final. There's no games where we can just trial and test things anymore. So it's just a bit unfortunate the timing of the season.
TK saying this is relevant. Hudson-Odoi is not a right wing back, but the problem is TK is that the way he was getting to the team before was at right wing back. So because he's cautious now and because it's squeaky bum time, it's difficult for him to get in the team. One thing I was interested in, Tuchel said coming to the Real Madrid game, they were going to play a 4-3-3, and a lot of people have surmised that. Not surmised, they've kind of guessed that next season we're going to be playing a 4-3-3. So maybe when we're playing a 4-3-3, then because 4-3-3 actually has wingers, then maybe Hudson-Odoi comes more into it. But at this time, I'm not even expecting for him to come in because, like Anu just said, every single game right now is almost like a final. We're in the semi-finals of the Champions League. We're in the final of the FA Cup.
Got a pound for every time you said that.
It's true. It's true. But I'm expecting the right wing back from here on out to be a more defensive right wing back, and that's why it's going to be a struggle for him to get into the team.
Okay. Interesting, man. He's a player we all kept our eye on closely. Well, I'm still confident that under the right manager, he's going to be a real top player. So just be interesting to see.
By the way, he hasn't lost out because of form. So the last game he played was Crystal Palace, and he was great.
Okay.
And then the game before, I think one of the games before that was Everton, and he was great too. So it's not like he's lost his place because of form. But I definitely feel that as the games have become bigger and bigger, Tuchel said, I can't have an attacking right wing back. So we've had a defensive formation and an attacking formation. And Hudson-Odoi, when we was playing earlier on and there was kind of less things on the line, he was playing his attacking formation, as Tuchel referred to it himself. And then when quizzed, he said, we need to play our defensive formation now more. And so it's not a form thing. He's actually played, I think, if you're taking his body of performances under Tuchel, he's played quite well, in my opinion, really well. And compared to our other attackers as well, I think he's our second top scorer in the Champions League. Even in terms of Premier League, for the amount of minutes he's played, his output's been quite good. So yeah, I can't put this on Hudson-Odoi, but at the same time, I'm not going to complain. Tuchel can't think about individual players. He has to think about the team.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You seem like you bought into Tuchel.
You know, I really like Tuchel, you know. I really like him. I think the thing to watch out for is, do you know what he said on the latest press conference?
What did he say?
He was like, I can't remember how he dropped it, but he was like, oh, I can't remember who we're playing again. What's their name again? But it was basically mad dismissive for Fulham. And
really?
Yeah, I'll send the video.
It was like the interview hadn't really started yet, and he was like,
but he was smirking.
Who've we got again? Yeah, he was mocking.
Yeah, but that's funny. But at the same time,
is that the West London rivalry? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the band.
No,
that's the band.
It's not even the rest of it. But what it is, it shows what Tuchel's kind of personality, and like he's not afraid to kind of those type of jokes. Most people wouldn't say it because it's not good. Like it's not kind of good etiquette or whatever.
The spirit of the game, yeah.
It's disrespectful.
But you like that?
It's like with his double sub with Hudson-Odoi. Like people like you can't do that. This disrespectful. I feel like he's lying. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And the difficulty with that is that's the type of things where at Dortmund him and the board don't get along because you know what I'm saying. There's a line that maybe he dances along sometimes with his communication that might cause issues.
He's not afraid to upset people, basically.
He's not exactly.
Yeah. And you like that, Dan? Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is that's a danger at Chelsea.
That's a danger. Okay.
That's a dangerous thing. That's what I'm saying. So everything's good. I feel like I trust him in terms of he knows how to win. I trust a lot of what he's doing. I have to see his recruitment, but I feel like one area that is obviously combustible, and it was combustible at PSG and it's combustible at Dortmund is. You can see, like, just the way he does things, he doesn't kind of consider the implications, and you have to.
Yeah.
Like the double subbing Tammy twice.
He just does. Yeah, he just does what he thinks needs to be done.
Because his overall game, his overall goal is to win, and everything else comes after that.
So people talk about managers who, sort of manage personalities well, etc., etc. Would you say he's not that sort of manager then?
No, I wouldn't say that. What I'd say is because he seems like everybody really likes him as well. He seems like so there's that. But like, there's sometimes with everyone likes Mourinho, and Mourinho could get away with things when you're winning, but then when you're losing, all of these things start to kind of add up against you. So like, it's easy to do a lot of these things when you're winning, but this is one of the kind of things that I'll mention now that I think that could be his undoing. But yeah, I really like him. I really like his obviously just have to look. He come in, I think we was 9th. Now we're comfortably in the top 4 position, I think, after look at the table. We're in the semi-finals of the Champions League. We're in the final of FA Cup.
Keep going, man. Keep going.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like, and obviously,
let me click for you. Oh yeah.
Yeah. We lost one game. We lost one game. How many clean sheets? We're using a lot more of our
17 and 23.
It'll be interesting. I listened to the Chelsea Hour pod when Lampard seemed to be the guy, so it'll be interesting for me to watch how this unfolds. No, I'm not. I didn't say Dan. I said the Chelsea Hour pod. I didn't put your name on it.
We're not a monolith. I'm just fighting.
They're the Chelsea Hour media machine, so to a certain extent you are a monolith. But people were rejoicing on that pod. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see. He's one of the top coaches about for sure. So
what pod? I have to defend the Chelsea Hour media machine. Just
it was something like life is. I forget what it was called, but like no worries or something like. It was definitely a shot at like the people who question Lampard, basically.
Oh, really?
Remember, you lot started pretty well this season, didn't you? Or you had a good run. There was a time when you had a really good run.
We did clean sheet FC.
Yeah, there was clean. Hold on, I'm gonna go back and let me check out the.
You can go back. Here's the thing: as fans, I'm not gonna get on the Chelsea Hour machine for celebrating when things are going well.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So like, if we were.
Yeah, but you see, obviously, you listen to a podcast like Muga. Things are going well in air quotes, but beneath the surface, what you got?
No. But beneath the surface,
we won 6-0 under. We won 6-0 under Lampard, though. No, that's not. When did Tuchel come in? Sorry.
Tuchel came in probably 2-3 months ago.
I think Jan.
Around January, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. Slump buster. Yes and no. Timpson versus Captain America. Rich people problems. Yep, there you go. Proper Chelsea.
Yeah,
There you go. Super Saiyan James. There you go.
Wait, no.
who's
The
next?
fun is wrong. Yeah, some of those
What is
titles were
wrong with
ironic.
these?
Some of the,
Yeah,
cause
what is wrong with these titles?
Waxing Lyrical, Clean Sheets FC, Frank's
Yeah.
Way,
Yeah.
Bounce Rushmore. I like the names. Cool, that's fine. So, you know.
But these names, a lot of these names, what you're saying, Mount Rushmore is that obviously these guys love Mount.
Yeah.
Frank's way,
Yeah.
it's like Frank, he's gonna do it his way, even though.
Yeah. I listened to the pods too, so
Okay,
don't just think
cool.
I'm just going off the names. So
But I'm just saying, this was going out to YouTube, so I've got to give context. Chelsea are meeting.
You can do what you want, Babs. Unless busy, I make sure I know what's going on in all the camps. So you know, people are happy. People are happy. So it's cool. We'll watch how it unfolds.
People were happy, but they had the right to be happy. They had the right.
I guess.
Happy. Yeah, 100%. People like under Lampard. Don't forget, it's context of Lampard. So
of course,
we bought players. I think finally, because if you looked at the season before, we conceded 55 goals in the league. So if we're getting clean sheets, yeah, be happy about that, because under Lampard, it was very fucking scary.
Hey,
very scary.
we were in the mud. You know.
It was very scary. So yeah, and proper two Chelsea. Yeah, that's fine. Proper Chelsea again. That's not necessarily a good one, but yeah,
that was an ironic one. I remember we spoke about proper Chelsea.
Bro, calm down, man. Come like the Chelsea media machine, bro. Calm down.
Bro, like I said, I didn't actually really give an opinion.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
I've listened to this season.
Muga's a monolith as well.
It's really not. It's really not.
We've been hearing what Timmy's been saying and what Sebi's been saying.
Not a monolith in any way, shape, or form.
We'll be back.
How do you define us, but we can't define you? So either you let us define ourselves.
Exactly. Thank you, Dan.
Listen. Well, you can You can define us, but all I ask is that you define us correctly. I call you a monolith because of the media power that backs Chelsea Hour and the statements, the press releases that come from the Chelsea Hour Twitter account, backed up on Discord and on Club Pods. That's why I call you a media machine. You go on Muga, it's not quite as sufficient. In fact, we aspire to be like you. So when I say it's a monolith, the Chelsea Hour media machine, that's actually praise, not a criticism.
Alright, you got me. I'm gonna take that.
Mariah is a king of the backhanded compliments, man.
Yeah, alright, cool.
He loves it.
It felt like a shot, but now it's a compliment. I'll take it.
It always was. I don't know why you thought it was a shot. Chelsea out, man. You don't do your thing, man. But well done today, guys. I think you guys have pretty much secured top 4.
I don't know, man. Not yet. It's not done yet, man.
Oh, please, Babs, please.
But it's true. It's not done yet.
You won't
done.
Babs, you can fool them. You won't fool me, bro. You can fool all of them.
We've got City.
You can
City. We've got Arsenal. We've got Leicester.
Yeah.
We've got Villa.
You got 4 games there, man. Okay. Yeah, who do you envision passing you?
Hey. Hey. I didn't even believe myself.
Oh, Babs, man, don't kill me. Listen, it's good, man. It's good. You lot have to grind for times like this, man. At times this season look bleak, man. And what you guys have always done historically is when you smell the rot, get rid of it real quick, man.
Yeah. I remember there was that period where we were worried that we weren't going to do it, but
it was Frank.
Roman came in, man.
He probably stayed a bit longer.
When everyone was saying trust in Frank, I was saying trust in Roman.
Trust in Roman, man.
I knew he was going to get rid of him. I was just hoping it was before we bought Rice. I was like, we've got to get rid of him before we buy Rice.
Do you think Frank probably got to stay a bit longer because of who he is?
Yep, 100%, man. Because those losses to that loss especially to Arsenal, I thought that any other manager would have been gone after that.
Do you know what it is? You like the legitimacy to be explained to the crowd as well. So they had to wait until it got to a certain situation, because if they did it too early, too many proper Chelsea fans that are the core. Do you know what I'm saying? So they had to play the political game. So
the proper Chelsea people now, what's their sort of feedback?
They love him.
They didn't like Tuchel at first. They fought it. They fought it so hard. Yeah. They fought it so hard, but semi-finals of the Champions League, have a drink.
During that Wolves result, now, they loved it.
Have a drink.
They loved it, man. The Wolves result, they loved it.
So
it's so funny, man, because no other manager who loses back-to-back to Everton and Wolves and then loses to Arsenal, you wouldn't stay, but...
You know what? This is why this sort of hiring past legends thing, I'm not really, unless they're really qualified, because people cannot separate. They cannot separate the manager from the player. And they start saying, because of what he achieved as a player, we need to give him more time as a manager. And for me, that's flat out incorrect way of doing business. So when you start, and clubs at times, when they don't have a clear direction, they'll put in a former player as the manager, because they know that buys them time. So Ollie was able to do that for our board, because people might want to complain, but it's Ollie though, man. It's Ollie. Give him some time, you know. Then the board spend a bit of money. Yeah, they backed him. Blah 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 blah. But he seemed to making the most out of it. He got himself. It looks like he's getting himself a big pay rise, a contract extension.
Crazy.
Europa League final. If he wins a cup and he finishes second, man, it's gonna be bleak, man.
But what I'll say is for Ollie, I know this isn't like managerial quality, but he's a nice guy. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I wouldn't mind seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing him like lift the trophy.
People like him. People like him, innit?
Yeah,
like,
he was a nice guy.
Because he's not a threat. He's harmless. That's why people like him.
Wait, Dan, was Lampard a dickhead or what? I don't understand.
Yeah, he was. I've been saying this from the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
Funny. Yas has a friend as well, Oggy, who's come on courtside before. When I asked them about what they thought of Lampard around November, they just said, "Yeah, he's just dishonest, man."
Yeah,
that was the main feedback, and I just was like, "What do you mean? Like, he just lies a lot."
Yeah, me and Yas was on the same way from the beginning. Even when Lampard was coming in, me and Yas was like, I didn't really take to him like that. Yas didn't either. So like for me, the second was, is another day. It was like I don't really care.
It's another day in paradise, yeah.
Yeah, definitely in paradise. I was so happy when he got sacked, bro. I didn't even know if Tuchel was good, but I was so happy that we had someone else, just someone with experience, man.
Yeah, you guys sure do find a way to land on your feet, eh? Cool, but glad to come through, see how you lot are doing, see how the other side are living. Come through tomorrow, guys, for United versus Liverpool.
What time is it? 4 o'clock, yeah.
4:30.
Tell us, man. 4:30. 4:30, Dan. 4:30. You don't have to tell us, man. We'll be here.
You got to be here because Babs has got something special.
He's got something lined up for a few man, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, boys. We'll speak tomorrow, man. Have a nice evening.